Hi guys, my name is Lucia and today I have another products I have hit pan on video. If you've missed the past 2 times I did this video, I will link the last one down below. I believe I did it probably like half a year ago and then a year ago, and it's interesting because since I'm a project panner, my collection is constantly changing and I'm using things up, hitting pan on new things. It's almost hard to decide when to film these videos because sometimes I say, oh no, just wait a little more, you'll have more pan, but then when that happens I use other things up. Also, if you guys can see a little pink and red sticky note right there, like sticking out, I'm gonna insert a clip now, but today is Valentine's Day when I'm filming this, and my boyfriend is so amazing. He came into my dorm room. I guess he asked my roommate to let him in, and he put these sticky notes across my entire side of the room. It has inside jokes and cheesy pickup lines, and it was such a nice surprise. I posted about it on my Instagram story. If you guys ever want to see what's going on more in my personal life, you can follow my Instagram. It is @LuciaRose2. But without further ado, let's get into what I have hit pan on. I'm going to start with what in my opinion is the boring stuff just to get it out of the way. I have 2 face powders. I usually only have 1 face powder in my collection, but the first one is the Maybelline Fit Me Powder Set and Smooth in 110 Porcelain. I actually bought this to be an under eye setting powder. I absolutely hated it that way, and then I started using it as a face powder, and I like it. This is where I am. Now, this is weird because the middle of the pan has pan, right? But then the product around it is still raised. What happened was I pressed my brush in and the middle circle went in, like it fell in, almost as if there was air under it. It was so strange. So that has pan, but I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. You can almost see where the air is, like there's nothing right there. It's very weird, but I really like this powder, not as an under eye setting powder, but as a face powder. Since I really like that powder, I'm trying to use up the Rimmel Stay Matte powder in transparent. I'm not going to open it because it's a hot mess, but this is in my project pan. I repressed it, and this is where I am now. You can see that there's pan on the sides, and there was a ton of pan. This gets very messy before you repress it, and then right after, like, there is powder just flying all around in this thing. But yeah, I used to love this powder so much, and then I hated it, and now I just don't really have an opinion on it, but I definitely am just using it every day to get it out so then I can go back to the Maybelline one. I don't not recommend this. I think it's good. I just want to try other stuff. We'll stick with face products and then I will go to eye products. So I have 2 bronzers. These are the only 2 bronzers in my collection currently, though I am receiving 2 more from Octoly very soon. This is the Smashbox Bronze Lights Bronzer in Suntan Matte. I know a lot of you guys are new, but for those of you who have been around for a while, you must be so tired of hearing about this. This is what it looks like. This is a discontinued product. This is the oldest product in my collection. I am trying to use it up, but since I'm getting 2 new bronzers from Octoly soon, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. If you watched my Project Pan update, you saw that I have been using this every single day, and there is hardly any progress. I really like this bronzer though. I am wearing it today. It's a nice orange bronzer. Sometimes people say it looks too orange. I think that's the lighting when they say that, but I could be wrong. I don't know. You can think whatever. But yeah, I like this. It's discontinued. You know, it's nothing that I'm gonna be heartbroken that, you know, if I don't finish it by the year, I'm gonna have to throw it away because I've had it for like 5 years. What? Me? Next, I have 2 products from the Balm. Someone asked how I got these products in miniature form. These both came from a limited edition palette from the Balm. It was called In the Balm of Your Hand, and it was supposed to be their holy grail products put into one palette. So this is the Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm. This is where I am now. I love this stuff. I use it as a contour. I use it every day. I actually stopped using it because this is the bronzer that works for me in summer, and right now, you know, summer is approaching. Well, I can dream. It's not really approaching. It's like freezing here. But, you know, it's in the near future. I don't want to use this up right before summer because I'm panning it and then have to go out and buy the same bronzer in summer because I don't have anything that matches me. But I do want to use this up this year. So, yeah, I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to use it in summer. And, you know, if I haven't finished it by the end of summer, no big deal. I love this. I'll just keep contouring with it. I really recommend this if you're looking for a deeper bronzer or a contour that's not crazy. I didn't use it today because, as I said, I'm trying to hold off. I use it super, 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 super lightly, and it really works for me. Next, I have a blush. I actually had another blush that I was going to talk about, but I used it up in my project pan. This is the Hot Mama blush from the Balm, and I have itty bitty pan right there, right in the side. I like this blush. I have not used this blush in a really long time because I was using up other stuff and I got some new blushes recently, but now I only have 3 blushes and this is a goal to use up for the year. I will be trying to pan this. I don't know. It's not going to be easy, but the other blush that I just used up was around the same amount of grams and that wasn't hard, so we'll see. Here, I'll swatch this for you. This is supposedly a dupe for Nars Orgasm. I've never owned Nars Orgasm, but, you know, I believe what the people say. It's a peachy sheen. Sorry, that was the worst description you've ever heard ever. I wouldn't say it's a peachy pink, but it definitely has a hint of that in there. It's really nice. I think if you're looking for a blush like that, honestly, it's nothing special. You don't need this at all. You don't need any of these things, but if you've had your eye on it for a while, I do like it. It does have a shimmer. I don't know if it's a sheen or a shimmer, but it's definitely not a matte blush at all. Finally, for face, if you've been here for a little bit, this will be no surprise to you because I used to talk about this all the time. This is the Anastacio Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. This was a limited edition glow kit. Apparently they brought it back for Christmas. Someone told me that it was on their website for Christmas and I was like, wait, what? No one talked about that. But I love this thing. This is how much pan I have, which is crazy. I have pan on Kitty Cat, Forever Young, and Glow Getter, and I have a lot of pan on these two. By the end of the year, I want to have pan on all of them except for 143 because I can't use that. It's too dark. But I do have a dip in Forever Lit. Now, I actually haven't been using this a ton recently. These were the only highlighters in my collection for a really long time, but over winter break, for some reason, I just really wanted a natural glow. So I bought the Essence Pure Nude highlighter because it's what, $4, and I didn't want to, you know, break the bank. And I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you can tell, but it definitely is a more subtle highlight. I don't have a review on it yet because I've only been using it for maybe 3 weeks. But yeah, I've been using and enjoying that, and soon, maybe when I post my makeup collection video, I'll let you guys know what I think about that. Again, these highlighters are amazing. It's just that they're super glittery, super intense, and after using this practically for a year straight, I got this maybe 10 to 12 months ago and I've used nothing since. I just wanted something else, something more subtle. And now to eyeshadow. So I have 2 palettes, but first, this is a ColourPop magnetic palette, and if you take the foam out, there's actually just a big magnet in it, and I made a Z palette type thing. So I have 2 shadows in here. This is Urban Decay Half Baked. You guys saw I decluttered the Naked palette in my Pan That Palette finale, but I kept Half Baked because it is a super unique shadow to my collection, which is funny, it's just a gold, but I only own maybe 1 other gold, maybe 2 other golds, and I found myself wanting this specific gold when I was doing peachy looks, so I did keep that. Then the other shadow is from a Makeup Revolution palette. This was the cream shadow, and I hated that palette, but I absolutely love this, and look at that pan. I use this every day for my brow bone. I use something else to highlight this part of my brow bone, but then the top of my brow bone, I use this, and yeah, it's a really nice cream shade. Don't buy the Makeup Revolution palette. You can literally use any cream shade. Wet n Wild has one for $2. If you hate a whole palette but you're in need of a cream shade, you can always just use up the cream shade. I have 2 palettes here. I have the ColourPop Dream Street palette and the Modern Renaissance. We're gonna start with the Dream palette and we're gonna go out with a bang with the Modern Renaissance. So Dream Street, this is a collab that Kathleen Lights came out with about a month and a half ago. This is what my palette looks like. I haven't used this in 3 weeks to a month because I've been focusing on other things, but I have pan in the shade Potion. I also have dips in the shade Twinkle and Moony. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. I said I put something else on the arch of my brow bone. Moony is what I do. I use that every single day and I really do like that. I'm going to do a haul update very soon with this palette and other stuff I got for the holidays, but I'll tell you guys now what I think of it. I think ColourPop shadows are amazing. I think think the quality is great. There are some inconsistencies. I think that this gold shade in Sweet Dreams is crap. You can make it work, but it's crap. I think this dark shade isn't super pigmented, and you know, these aren't the most pigmented, but you can make everything work. I just don't think you need this. If you take away those colors and this blue, it's hard to do that, but it's just a neutral palette. Now, I really wanted this because this was when I was first getting into color. It was like 2 months ago, but I've gotten into color pretty fast. And I really wanted this, and I think that it's really nice, but it's nothing that you cannot dupe. Now, if you're like me and you didn't have anything like this blue or this blue, I didn't have any shades like this, which is hard to believe, but I don't have that many palettes, then I think it's good, and it's a great price, but you don't need it. You'd probably have something like it. If you are interested, I would recommend it. Also, if you are interested in the shade I hit pan on Potion, Realgar from the Anastacio Modern Renaissance palette is pretty similar. It's not identical, but it is pretty similar to that. Last but not least, I have the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This is the pan. Holy crap. That is so much pan. I have pan in every shade, but these three, you can see some of them have really big amounts of pan, like this shade and this shade. Everyone loves this palette, and I don't dislove it. I just don't think it's my holy grail ride or die. I definitely enjoy it every time I use it. I think, wow, this is so nice, but I did talk about in a video, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, that these shadows really do dry out over time, and they're not the quality that they were when I first got them. Now, I personally haven't had a problem blending them out. It's just that when I put them on my brush and when I swatch them, I can feel they're dry, but some people have actually said these are dry and they don't blend out well, and I've gotten a ton of people saying that, which is weird because this is so talked about, but no one says that, and it almost makes me feel like in the beauty community, if something is hyped, we're not allowed to have an unpopular opinion about it. Now, I don't even have an unpopular opinion. I like this. Clearly, I like this. It's just something to keep in mind. Just because something is hyped doesn't mean it's the best thing to ever exist, ever. Now, I definitely think these tones are so much fun. It's weird because today's Valentine's Day, and I didn't even think to do a pink look. I wanted to wear this sweater, and I wanted to do a blue look to match the sweater, and then I went to the dining hall, everyone was wearing pink, and I was like, oh, I should have. Okay, I didn't get the memo. Sorry, guys. Alright, guys, so that was everything for products I have hit pan on. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. My next video will be another Make Up Your Mind video, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!